TV, and in terms of LED, we have been making nearly 5 years LED models. You probably know the Qualia 005, launched in Japan and USA a couple of years back. The very first full HD TV with LED backlights. And then we moved to the 70-inch big monster X series, which had a slightly different colour in Europe, but it's the same TV. LED backlight again with about 1,000 RGB LED behind. Then we moved to the X4500, again RGB LED, which is very important. And of course the very slim, the ZX1, using Edge LED. So actually we've been making LED TV for quite a few years already. It's not a new category because we have already been making it and been promoting the benefits of wider colour and better black levels and contrast and brightness and things for quite some time. So we're using RGB LED, 2 greens, 1 red and 1 blue, and we feel that that gives us much better overall white balance rather than just having an LED providing pure white. Here we have a lot of control over the actual brightness of the red, green and blue, which means that pixel by pixel almost we can control the colour temperature and the balance of the white from each of the different zones inside the TV. So having each of the different colours is much more beneficial for wider colour, deeper and richer colours. And we move to dynamic backlight for the X4000 on the right hand side. And obviously we have dynamic backlight that the brightness changes depending on the content you're watching. But in this case you have, in the same way as sort of OLED, that when the picture is dark you turn off the backlight, giving you very, very dark and high contrast. So that's how we get to 1,000,000:1. So in this area we turn the lights off, this area the backlight is on quite high. And actually these LEDs inside have about 256 levels of brightness, so it's not a case of on or off, it's a case of many different levels of brightness behind the LEDs. So that's quite important as well. And if you look behind the X4000, this is what you see. You see groups of the 2 green, 1 red and blue. So 16 in total make up a kind of zone, and then for the 46-inch we have 72 of these zones working independently from each other. So this is how we get our local dimming. And as I said, that you can have one which is very black, one which is a lot brighter, 256 levels of brightness. You'll get a copy of these slides anyway in your memory sticks afterwards. So that's quite important to see how the more zones, the more control, and the smaller the area you can turn kind of on and off. That's quite important as well. So how do we move from a very deep TV, well deep in conventional terms, to a very slim TV? By removing the CCFL backlight here and replacing it with a very fine array all around all 4 sides of the panel here to give you a very slim TV. And this is how we're getting the TV to be under 10 millimeters in diameter, because it's very slim. This one you can see a lot simpler, that you've got the removing the backlight, the cold cathode lamps, putting a very slim edge around the TV, and you're still getting good performance. You can't get local dimming using Edge LED at the moment, but you're still getting a very slim TV, so the design is very strong, and the picture quality is pretty good as well. And actually, if you look inside the TV, this is what you see. If you cut a TV in half, you can see, so here we've got polarising filter on the front, we've got around the edge, here you can see the bright LEDs, several more diffuser to make a uniform brightness, and then we have a special, well here you can see the LEDs, this is looking up from underneath to see the top of the TV. Then we have this special light guide here, and this light guide is a piece of glass with thousands of white spots on, and you imagine the light is coming from the sides and from the top. We need to focus the light forwards and make it quite uniform. So this is why we have a big array of different dots here. Some are slightly bigger than others, and the spacing is slightly different as well, depending on where you're looking at the screen. And this is how the Edge LED ensures we get a uniform brightness across the whole picture.